All right. What's going
Hi.
on, everybody?
Hello, hello, hello.
See what we're doing.
Been running all over the place. Been a long day.
There is no old music anymore. I think they changed it.
Boo! That stuff.
Yeah, I know.
We got to find something better than that because, man, I about fell asleep in the process. Whew. What's up, Jim? Ugh, man, what a day. Went from blizzard yesterday to actually halfway not bad outside. So that's kind of insane that it's actually not bad outside.
Yeah, pretty much same as usual.
Well, I wouldn't say it's same as usual. I mean, it was a blizzard here yesterday, and today it's almost not. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of snow still left out there, but it pretty much melted up pretty fast. So I didn't have to shovel the driveway.
No, that's true.
Although I
All
did
right.
get to shovel mom's driveway, so yeah, there's that. So
No.
what's up, Nick? How you doing? My roads are sloppy, but last night they were horrible out here. It normally takes me about 12 minutes to get home. It took me almost 30 and I did not exceed 37 miles an hour. So it was a rough uh, drive home from work last night.
I can imagine. I mean, I could. I couldn't even imagine what that'd been like. The roads were already clear and dry by the time I got home. So
Yeah, they sent us home early yesterday. Ah, Nick says I meant aloha.
that's my thing. Quick.
All right.
I mean,
Whoa, hey, I got way zoomed in there.
yeah. So they've made some changes and stuff, and it's kind of weird. Like I could go to this, uh, or here. Okay, let's not do that.
Where did I go?
Yeah, they've made some changes here, so it's pretty cool.
Well, we'll have to work on
Get
that
some.
non live stream time.
Yeah. All right. Welcome, everybody. We've got a great show tonight. It's been a couple of weeks since we've talked. So we're going to play catch up and we're going to talk about a few things. Of course, we'll take your questions and your comments as always.
Hmm.
We do have a special visitor tonight by the name of Samantha as she's chewing her bone. So don't get freaked out. Okay, Evan. I don't know. It's Evan.
Yep.
All right, so if you saw in the preview, we have about three topics for tonight. We're going to talk about some upcoming shows. What have we found in the mail or on the pegs? Um, talk about some convention sneaks as well. And the last thing we want to talk about tonight is the Legends Tour. That
Hmm.
was a big, big win for this area, and I was
Most
very
definitely.
excited about that announcement.
Yep.
Okay. So
So
what's going?
what are
Oh,
we
go
talking
ahead.
about for? What are we talking about first? So
Well, let's just get into what do we have going on this weekend because there is a lot of shows going on this weekend.
yes, there is. Well, this weekend, you and me are going to Topeka, Kansas. Go hang
This
out
is true.
with them great people down there in Capital City, and go to a new show, new venue. So or a new venue to us, I think, because I
Yep.
haven't been to, or at least new venue to me because I haven't been to that one yet.
We have
So
not been to that venue, but we have been to their show.
yes, and it's always a good time hanging out with those guys. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of different stuff. So I'm excited to see what we're going to be able to find down there.
Yeah, they do have about 10 tables left. So if you want to get in, message Buck Shea or Brian Nitcher or Rainy Gonzalez, and they will get you hooked up with tables. I think they're $10, $10 each. So if you want to go out and go do that, go do it.
Man,
It's going to be a wide group of people coming mainly from the Topeka area. I know there's a few KC folks that are going to be there. And of course, we will be there to be supporting that show.
Mm-hmm.
Topeka, I mean, the last time we were out down there, we we were out at the mall, weren't we?
Yes, we were at the mall, and it was a pretty dang good time. I picked up some really good stuff, and we sold a lot of good stuff. And the nice thing is we got all sorts of new stuff. But all was, and you had people that you come through, and that was a good time.
Yeah, it's always a good time. Man, you're glitching bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're glitching bad. He was like broken up there.
Hmm.
I understand Chris Stangler is going to be there too, so
Nice.
he's probably going to talk about his convention. And if you got questions for him about it, I would, ask him. I'm sure he'll be happy to help you and get those questions answered. Went all 80s on Brent. Wow.
Yeah, I went ahead and turned the Wi-Fi off on my cell phone. We'll see if that helps. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi around here lately.
No.
They want to come out and put a new box in, and they showed up at the house to do so, but they didn't tell me they were coming, so I got to reschedule that for a day that I can actually be here. So
Nice. Okay, so Topeka, if you don't know, it's run by Capital City Diecast Club. Like I said, some really good guys out of there. Hopefully, you get what you're looking for and more. Moving on to the next show. This one is in Hastings.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be in Grand Island, but the last 2 to 3 years it's been down in Hastings. This show is run by John and Vicki Nichols. Great people. We've been to this show multiple times.
Definitely have. Been a good time. Been a minute since I've been out there, though.
It was the last.
Be right back.
Clean up at Isle Brent. It was the last pre-COVID show that anybody got to go to, and then things started getting shut down. So we don't need to talk anymore about that negativity. But John and Vicki do a great job. They have a nice venue out there. They got everybody spread out between the different areas of the floor. So there's a good chance you'll get to see Aaron Pullman out there, probably Justin Patrick, and a few others. Maybe Phil Griggs, maybe the Hayes Toy Dudes will be there. Not sure. I haven't really seen the guest list, but I know, as usual, John and Vicki do a great job. Go check it out if you don't feel like you can make the road trip down to Topeka or to our last show that we're going to talk about here in a couple minutes. We've found some great stuff, and probably our first really quote unquote viral video, not that we've had a lot of viral videos, really, is you open that that treasure hunt, the cord treasure hunt, which I still don't know how we ever got to 1,000 views on that. And
I don't know either.
Just a random opening of a treasure hunt.
Yeah. And I was looking for it because I thought it was down here. I'm sure it's here somewhere. But it's just a 36 cord, which is a great casting. I know guys got a big fan, but it's just random.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
never seen.
It's over 1,000 on the page. So yeah, that guy. That one.
Yeah. So that one got 1,000 views on YouTube, and still not sure why.
Yeah.
So there were some good things there. I think I've sold out a couple of times up there as well. Again, if you guys got questions about any of these shows, feel free to pop them in there and come say hi as well, because we always like hearing from y'all.
Mm-hmm.
that show's been to, I think the first time I went to it was down like an armory in Grand Island. Then it moved to the hotel, and now it's back down to Hastings. But the turnout's always been really good. So that just goes to show how John and Vicky do a great job there. And then lastly, but not leastly, we've got Mason City this weekend. The Top of Iowa Club is going to have their next show. That is Jeff Hansen and Barb Robles. They'll be helping with that. Now, that's a fun show, too. And as Jim says, he's got a tote ready to go. You get guys coming down from Northland Diecast area, so the southern Minnesota area. You get a few folks that come up from the Des Moines area, but it's a lot that's local to the Mason City area. Now, it's in an old dealership of all places, and it's like walking into a Hot Wheels museum. There are so many awesome things there, and it's just crazy as to what you can find, what you can see. I know Rob Solar will be there. Todd Fogelsong will be there. Maybe Richard Allen Tripp as well. The great thing about that show, it's somewhat condensed. You have your normal setup, and then you have everybody come in, and then by noon you're pretty much done, because that's when the buffet opens. And I'm telling you, Barb and the ladies up there do an awesome job with the food that they make. And if you go away hungry at that place, you have severely gone wrong.
This is very, very true.
Yeah, and we got to find some really great stuff. What have you found up there, or can you remember anything?
I can actually walk across the room and grab something that I found, because it's one of my favorite things that I have ever found. Especially, I mean, it's probably one of my highlights of any show in a long time, because I'm throwing things around, just because of the pure and simple fact that I am a collector of this series. And it's not a popular series, but to me, it's a super cool series. And I found this monster.
Oh.
I don't know if you zoom me back a little bit to show actually how large this thing is. There you go. So this thing is massive. This is the Top Speed Ultra Pipe Fight. This is a huge playset that I had when I was a kid. And I actually still have my original one, but this one is brand new in the box. It's never been sealed or never been opened, still sealed. Comes with 2 of the cars. And this was one of my favorite gets. I picked this up from Grandpa Gary, and I was on the hunt for this for quite some time. So the fact that I was able to score this at Mason City made me so happy. And of course, it's Grandpa Gary, so I got an amazing deal on it. But it's actually on display in my basement, so I'm very happy that's one of my favorite finds I've gotten in a long time. So, and I got that a few years ago.
Okay. My thing is it's just, there's so many things that you see and that you don't really understand what you're looking at. I know I talk about the wall there's a single card wall of nothing but mystery cars, and in the black blisters back in those days. And it goes it's one row of card backs, and it goes all the way from the top down to the bottom practically. I know I got a really great deal from Donnie Cadell. He got me NFT that was really, I've been wanting. You have a flicker, didn't you?
My power just flashed, so that means my internet's probably about to crash. So, yay!
Okay.
Who knows?
So, I mean, realistically, this was it's one of those shows where it might take a little bit of a drive if you're not from the area. I highly recommend don't do the stair step method. Go interstate; it'll go quicker. I mean, we managed to pit stop in like less than 15 minutes at Chick-fil-A to get there
It was
to get
definitely
it done.
definitely a NASCAR stop. It was order food, facilities, order food, facilities, check the weather, back in the car, gone. It worked out really, really well. And we've done that a few times now. So
But the most important part of that show, and Jim brought it up already, and we'll talk about it, is the racing aspect of it. Now, Jeff does such a great job of getting the younger kids so fired up and ready to go. It's a 2-lane track. Basically, one kid at the end ends up with all the cars, and the kids love it. The adults join in too. And the reality is the kids love beating the crap out of the adults, and they do it quite frequently.
that they
I
do.
mean, they're
Oh yeah.
intense little guys and gals when it comes to their racing, but yet they're so respectful to each other.
Hmm.
And they help each other, they clean up after each other, and it is just 2 hours of just nonstop yelling and screaming, but not in a bad way, but out of joy and happiness as they're going through it. So if you get the chance to go see them, go check out the racetrack. It's a nice downhill 2-lane track. Nothing fancy, no frills about it, but it's just done well, and that's the
Hmm.
cool thing about that show. The food, the museum, and the racing.
Hmm.
Okay. So with that, I think that covers up most of the shows. Again, Capital City Diecast Club in Topeka. Um, we'll post the flyer up again later tonight. Hastings run by John and Vicki Nichols. If you're in that area, go check that one out. And then lastly, the Mason City show for Top of Iowa as well. And go check those guys out. And that's really all that's going on for this weekend.
I mean, if you did, there wasn't enough,
Yeah. We do have some other shows coming up. We'll get into those here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll go on from there. What do you want to talk about now? I feel like I've done most of the talking. So if you want to do this,
you've been rolling pretty strong for a while. I don't know. Well, we can talk about the Legends Tour first.
no, let's save that.
Okay.
That's the money.
Well, then I guess we got to talk about our mailbox finds then,
Yeah, let's
and
do
our
that.
and our friend hookups and all sorts of stuff along those lines. So I'm going to start off with my what do I want to start with? I got so much cool stuff here because I got a lot of neat stuff. So I'm going to start with these two that are right in front of me. So I have gone down a small rabbit hole of the Project 164 pins as of lately. And Mr. Nick got a hold of, I don't know exactly how he pulled this off. I can't remember what the deal was, but I ended up getting the Las Vegas, I think it was the SuperCon. Is that what this was for? Yeah. Either way, it is a 57 Chevy Project 64 with the Las Vegas SuperCon, or with a Vegas logo on it, which was for SuperCon. And the neat thing is it came with a couple of freebies. Got to get the sticker, and because they're awesome, they threw in a Redline 57 Chevy sticker, and then they even threw in the big version of the Redline sticker. So those all came from Mr. Nick Artery, and then the guy on the screen here hooked me up with the Oasis pin from Nationals in Atlanta of 24, which I don't know how I didn't get this one in Atlanta because I was there. So I'm very happy to have this one in the collection.
And I got that from Jason Thompson for making a purchase in one of his auctions. So just pass the savings on down to you.
There we go. And since you brought up Mr. Thompson, he's over there on the Hot Wheels Mafia group there. I will show off my latest acquisition from the Mafia. And this segues a little bit back to when I showed that huge top speed set. I picked these up a couple weeks ago in his auction. It is a complete Japanese release card of the top speed set. And when I mean completely in Japanese, I mean it is completely in Japanese. Everything. There is no English on this thing, which is pretty cool because again, I really like the top speed cards. They were a lot of fun when I was a kid, and so I was able to get that one. But you can't just buy one, so you might as well go ahead and snatch up both of them. So I was able to get two different sets, and the neat thing is I did some homework, and this card right here, which is really hard to see because they're weird little clear plastic cards, I actually didn't have that one, so now I do, and I think I'm almost to the point where I have all the top speed cars. So now I just have a few play sets I have to acquire, and then I will be pretty much up to speed on that. And I'll take a break. Or do you want to show something, and then I'll come back and show some more?
Yeah, we can do about that.
Right.
You know, of course, you got these coming to you as well, so don't forget about those.
No, yeah. Well, I don't have them here, so I can't show them.
Well, I think you have the Chevette.
Yes, but the Chevette is for my brother. So.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so here's the latest things I found. I did manage to score one set of the latest Target Reds. You know, we were talking about the Mercedes in particular.
It's a good car.
And it's a very nice car.
And like it.
What we were talking about is how this red is completely different than any of the other reds that they have done.
So where are you going?
I was trying to line myself up here.
Well, you remember
do the opposite,
and we're also zoomed all the way out too. So
let's fix that up.
Whoa! I got a little close. There you go. See, that's a lot easier. You can actually see the cars now.
Yeah. So you know the difference in the reds is quite a bit, and I was surprised by that. And by the way, this is a good ripper because it is busted out. So you know those were really cool. Hadn't seen this one yet. Again, this is the 56 from the Barbie movie. It's now, I think I have two Real Rider versions of it. And I don't have the basic wheel one. So that was kind of cool. And then the latest Ultra Red sets, or Ultra Hots, excuse me. Yes.
Steal.
I can't believe this. I found this on the peg. I could not believe it. Along with this guy right here, nice root beer colored 65 GTO. So that was cool.
Yeah.
And last couple of things here before I switch it over here is this I got in one of Mr. Wiggins' auctions over on Double Down. This is a Mountain Dew stalker or racing stalker, as it's listed here, depending on what version you have.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a really cool thing to get. I do have some stuff coming from Jeff Drew as well, with a very nice 63 Corvette split window. And then last thing here, I've had this for a while, but I am in need of one of these. This is the 71 Dodge Demon in pink. One of the ladies I work with, her nephew restores Demons, and he has a pink one. So I'm looking for this car. So if anybody has it this weekend or has an extra one that's willing to part with it, I would greatly appreciate it. And there's my shameless plug for the weekend.
Nice. So hey, on your stalker, does it say anything on the base of it?
Mine says Hot Wheels Racing Stalker Mattel.
Because this is the same car.
Yep.
But mine,
blank base.
It doesn't say anything on mine. Mine just says Hot Wheels Hotels. Yeah, so cool. Mine's a blank base. I don't know what that means, but that's cool. So there you go. Variations. There's enough
Yeah.
of those. And since you were talking about Mr. Jeff Drew and the awesomeness that he is over there on the Jeff Rose diecast, um, 2, go check it out. You never know what you're going to find on this gentleman's page. Um, I have got a few things here. I've only got 5. I left something for next week too, so I'll show those off next week. But as mostly everybody knows, I collect a lot of weird stuff. So we'll start it off with the little camper trailer from Majorette, and it's just a little camper trailer. I think I paid $1 for that, and then he had a cattle or animal trailer, so I picked that one up. And the neat thing about this is the bases on these two, they're just different colors, but they are exactly the same base. So that's kind of neat. And it's not the only ones of those I have. And then I also picked up a moving trailer, and all of these are Maestos. They all have little hooks on them, and they're just really neat little trailers. And then I also picked up the Volkswagen New Beetle Cup international release of the roll caged blue New Beetle, which I hadn't seen this one before. And it's just kind of neat. It's got some really neat deco on it. So that one made me happy because I hadn't seen this bug before. So, and again, I think I paid $5 or $10 for this. I've never seen it, so that made me happy. But the craziest find of my shipment that I will show this time around, let's see, has this thing got a date on it? 1991. VHS copy of the Heroes on Hot Wheels, and it has 2 episodes. And as you can tell, the packaging, it's seen some better days. So, but we'll get back to this one later. But this is super cool. The GT Hunter that is in here is an exclusive to the video, but we can't see it right now. But we'll get back to that later. And then yeah, that's that. Oh wow, I guess one more thing that I found. I was out running around the other day. What year is this again? It is a 1961 Corvair ramp side pickup. I absolutely love this truck. I have always enjoyed this truck as an adult or into the kid. And the neat thing is it's moving parts, so you get a drop side load little tailgate, which is super cool. I'm glad that they did that. I wish they would have hinged the back one as well, because then you would have been able to have both of them on display. And the neat thing about it is since I display mine the correct way, I'll be able to display it with the door down. So it'll go like that on the wall. So that makes me happy. So
No, that's not the right way, but we'll get into that later. All right. So, I put a question out there for everybody, and we'll kind of let those build up. But you mentioned the 61 Corvair, and we were talking the other night about some of the new stuff that's coming out, and that 60 wagon, that 60 Chevy wagon from RLC is just going to be money, money, money.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you tell us about it?
Well, first off, it's absolutely stunning. If you're an RLC member, you need to go in to the page and go into the forums, and then go into the RLC exclusive forums, and then go into the Redline Club exclusive photos, and then the advanced pictures section. And it is ridiculously cool. I'm trying to there it is. It is a you were wrong. It's 1959 Chevy
59.
Brookwood. And it is, I wish I had something that was close to the blue that's on it. Actually, it's pretty close to this. It's not exact, but it's actually kind of has this color vibe to it. Kind of has this color to it, that blue. And the graphics that they put on it are very sleek. It's got some scallops, looks like it's got some pinstripes. The roof's got some pinstripes, and I believe, I can't remember if it's an opening hood or a tailgate. I'm trying to find a better picture of it. And Kent's probably doing the same thing on his end.
I was looking for something else, actually, and I found
Oh,
it.
okay. Well, I was trying to find a better picture that I could see so I could describe this 59 wagon a little bit more, but
It's got fins, which is cool for any 50s car, late
yeah.
50s car. I mean, 59 is the year of the fin, I would think.
Oh yeah. Cadillacs
So that's
we're
cool.
definitely out there on point on back in there. Ooh, this might actually be what I'm looking for.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so yeah, it's got looks like it's got scallops, and it is an opening hood. It's got the deep dish Steelies on it with white wall wheels. Looks like it's got almost looks like it's got a two-tone black and gray interior, which is different. That might just be on the production proof. But yeah, it's a really, really sweet wagon. If you haven't had a chance to go check it out, I suggest taking a peek. And they are on page 39 if you get there. Oh, all right. Well, he's all right, trying to make me do work here. Hold on a second here.
Yeah, we always like the visual.
All right. We're going to copy an image and we'll see what happens here. Because I don't know what it's going to do. Oh, it actually worked. Wow. I can't believe that actually worked. That's super cool.
Okay. And share screen.
Oh, Nick says the trunk opens too. And he said that the trunk opens too. He said it twice. I'm going to say it twice.
There you go, folks. And there's a better picture of it. Again, I like the wheels on it. I hope this is the wheel choice that they use. I love the blue. Blue and red are my two favorite RLC colors. And that was something else we were talking about too. A lot of these cars that are coming up
are blue.
Are blue.
Yes.
This sort of blue, I think, most of them.
Well, the Mercedes four-door that'll be coming out is a dark blue. There is a new Tradesman Dodge van that is kind of a burnt orange color, which looks really cool. Then there's, yeah, there you go, Brian Glenn. Then there's a Subaru that's blue. There's a Porsche Golf that's Golf blue and orange. There's a new Integra that goes on sale next week that is in blue as well. So we're going to get a lot of blue here in the next future, which is cool because, I mean, again, you can't go wrong with a blue car. So
yeah, plus people's Porsches are getting ready to ship too.
Mine actually have, I believe.
One of mine has. The other one hasn't yet. So I just wanted to share this again with everybody here and get that back up there. I said I'd put this up here. And there you go. Oh, there's the info for the capital city and the burger bus. And honestly, I think, again, you and I talked about this. This was probably what we're most interested in here right now, the burger bus. I mean,
yeah, I've never had it, and I'm excited to actually get to try it. So I like a good food truck, so I'm excited about the burger bus.
One important note for those that are wanting to attend the show is make sure you have a valid ID. I don't think you need a military ID, just a valid state or government ID that's required to get you onto base. So make sure you have that with you.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah, it is. It's on an Army Reserve base, so you kind of need that, or an Air National Guard base. Kind of need that.
I did not know that.
Yep. And let's stop sharing that one. So again, that's for all those awesome people that are going out to Topeka. Well, really?
What? They're toys, aren't they?
Yeah.
And there's kind of like a little bitty trailer hitch on the,
Nice.
like it's, I don't want to do it because I don't want to drop the MEA Milla Halloween car.
No,
So,
no, don't do that. All right. I think the last thing to talk about here, and if we end a little bit early tonight, we end up a little early.
well, I still got things to open yet.
Well, we'll get
You
into
got
that
things to
too.
open yet.
I got
We got
5 things
25
open.
minutes. I think we can talk about some Legends tours for a little bit, and then we can get into some ribbage.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about it. I'm excited. Okay, this is the first time since I think 2018, which was the first year that the Legends Tour has even been remotely close
Yeah.
to us. I think the last time they were in Kansas City and then they were in Wichita. And I mean, I got a story about that all in of itself. It was that Wichita run was a great run. The only bad thing is you couldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got down there, I did not make hotel reservations because I thought I'd just be able to find something and be good. Well, I was wrong. Ended up the one place there were certain ladies of the night there, and that's about all I'm going to say on that. And the other place, well, it was full, but the one guy had checked out, but they never cleaned the room. And I've slept in worse places, so I just made it work.
And to answer your question, Nick, it's in Kansas City, Kansas. So that gets us as close as we're probably going to get until they get a little bit closer. So
speaking
just research Walmart's in Kansas City, Kansas.
Hold on. Well, let's get this up there and we'll go from there because this will help a little bit. Again, we'll just do that and go. All right, so there's the actual schedule for this year. July 12th, which we don't have anything going on. Believe it or not.
There's kind of a shocker.
July 12th in Kansas City at Gardner, Kansas. It is southwest of the Kansas City metro area, but it's right on the outskirts, so it's definitely in the burbs there.
See, and I don't know where you got that flyer at because mine's different than that.
It's more info. Go to hotwheelslegends.com. And that's exactly where I got it. And then when you click on the July 12th date, it'll give you the actual address of the Walmart itself.
See, I'm underneath the Mattel Creations Legends Tour, so that would be why.
Yeah. So I went to the actual website, and there was some debate about whether it was going to be St. Louis because a couple people had posted in other groups, and I said, well, I pulled this here. So, again, this year's car is a Porsche 935. Let me see if I can grab one so I can show you what exactly
a Porsche 935 looks like.
Yeah, for all of us who don't habla. Let's see, where are we at? Here we go. And again, this is the casting that they're using for this year. This is.
You got to zoom us back in, man. We're super far away again.
I know.
There we go.
There we go. There is the Porsche.
Okay. Yeah, that'll look good.
Yep, it's in pink, kind of similar to the same pink that the '83 Silverado was in as well. So.
And again, the Combi, and I think the Honda 2000.
No, that was a purple.
That's right. You're right. That was purple. That is kind of funny that they've done that pink color in like 3 years now.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see how that's all worked out. I mean,
has the 935 ever been a super?
Yes.
Was that the teal one?
Yeah. Well, that's the 934.
Oh.
or 934.5. Very
Yeah.
similar casting.
I'm trying to think because they kind of tend to follow the super line when it comes to the deco for the Legends Tour. The Combi was the Combi, and the 83 was the 83. So I'd be curious to know. I can't remember off the top of my head what the Porsche was, what it looked like.
It was a teal one, but it was a different casting altogether. But you're right. I mean, the 510 wagon followed the 510 Super, the first 510 Super. I want to make that clear.
The maroon one.
The maroon one. And then the Silverado followed the Silverado, and the S2000 followed, so on and so forth. Now, the 55 is gold versus blue, and it's the only one that was gold. So, and the 510 was green. So they've mixed the colors up a little bit. Dark blue. Maybe I don't have it. That's why. Because I see the 934.5. But you know, hey, we learn something all the time.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
The other thing that I had heard through some of the chatter on the interwebs was that our own Aaron Pullman is possibly contemplating entering an actual vehicle for that show. Now, this is not confirmed, or I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying that he's talked about it. He is free that weekend. And if he does do it, I would love to see a bunch of us out there to support him directly from our club and any of the other clubs too.
Yeah. Okay. It's the 935, correct?
Yeah.
It's the dark blue, as Nick said. The 75th anniversary with the black arrow discs with the gold rings around it.
I don't think I have that one.
Here, let me assist you in this.
While he's getting ready to send me a picture.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that one. So
yeah.
I wonder if it'll follow that deco line, but in pink. So that'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
And let's see. Let me get that presented up there. I'm sure most people already know what it is, but you know, we're all about using the technology there to share things. There's that Porsche that we were talking about. So it's not quite that deco, but it's pretty close. I think it says Hot Wheels Legends Tour on it. So, oh, there we go. Let me get out of that one.
Night, Jim. Whoa, well, look at there.
Yeah,
and
thanks, Nick.
And it is the same deco. That is freaking cool.
Yeah, I don't think it has a 75 on
No,
there.
because they put the legends in there instead. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. I like that. That'll look.
I like it.
That will look swell. I got it too. Thanks, Nick. Nick in the background just making things work for us. So grateful.
As always. So, like I said, I'm interested. I haven't been to a live event in quite a while, so I'm not sure how they work anymore. When I went in 18, I was there at 6 o'clock in the morning with a lawn chair, sitting down, ready to go. I didn't want to stand because the event didn't start out until like 10 or 11, I think. So, you know, and then you had just the truck, and then the cars were already there and stuff. And, you know, once you got your chance to go through the line, then it was pretty much it. And back then they were only doing like 50 of the wagons, and then you were done.
Yeah.
All righty.
And unless he's already gone. Good night, Jim. Good luck with work tomorrow, and check out the end of this video because it's going to be hilarious. So I'm going to struggle bus some fears. I have a feeling.
All right. Well, I think we are. I don't have anything else for us again, other than go check out the Topeka show, go check out the Hastings show, go see the folks in Mason City. Share your finds on the page once you get them, and just be nice to each other, be kind, If you see somebody that you don't recognize out on the pegs, tell them hi, tell them about the club, and you never know. We might see them at an upcoming show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go first because I think I'm going to struggle bus pretty good here. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go backwards instead of forwards.
Okay.
So I've been waiting to rip these for a while now because I had a set, and then I want to make sure I didn't rip the other set yet. No, I did not.
Like you can fun. I'm just kidding.
Like I can find anything in my room, right? That's a true story.
I struggle with this one, so.
So our good friend Nick has a set, and he traded me an RLC Mustang, which Nick you'll get Sunday because I get to pick it up now finally. It's like a weird three-way trade almost. So Kyle Esquivel had a busted up Mustang blister, and I had a good one, so we switched. And then Nick needs an opener, and he had this set, so we just switched there. And the third set, well, somebody here in town is going to get hooked up with that for cost. So for your pleasure tonight, Modern Classics, and I'm getting tired of looking at that hole in my room there. So here we go, Subaru Forester. First run for this car. I'm quite excited to see it. Kind of boxy, but in the traditional Subaru blue.
They were kind of boxy. Subarus are kind of boxy in general, so.
Yeah. So pretty cool car. I'm excited to have it.
Except for the BRZ. The BRZ is not boxy.
Yep. All right, moving on. You know, your standard R33 in the Gretty design.
Gotta have some things.
Yeah. So definitely on my wish list for this weekend is I have 2 chases I gotta find to get myself caught back up. But there it is, the R33. In nice, clean, simple design. I like it. I saw one for sale for like $16,000 on Facebook Marketplace.
Just a couple of bucks, man.
Yeah. Okay, so the Nissan Sil 80. This is again another new casting, and really cool to see it. And I think this is probably one that I was most excited to get because it's kind of like a split off of a 180, if I remember right. Okay, there it is. I like these wheels, but I think they would have been better in chrome than the dull gold.
I hope Mattel hears this. Put chrome on things or shiny colors. We don't want dull plastic colors. And for the love of all that is holy and happiness, can we get some better wheels on some Matchbox cars, please? Oh, sorry. Whew. You're both owned by Mattel. Throw some cool wheels on this stuff.
All right. Yeah, solid roller. I like it.
Soapbox over.
Okay. This is definitely the one that you want the most.
Yes, I actually have it. I have 2 of them. I just need to relocate them and rip them.
Yeah, because you cleaned your house.
Well, I picked up the extra Hot Wheels that needed to be put away.
That means he cleaned his house. Again, in Zamac. Actually, I'm not a big fan of this wheel, but it works on this car a lot. And
now imagine it. Not to cut you off, but imagine the chrome wheels, the chrome arrow. Those are the aero discs, right?
I think so.
Okay, imagine the chrome wheels that are on that new Porsche on that.
Yeah.
That would look amazing. Again, give us shiny things. We like shiny wheels. Sorry.
Fishing lures, UFOs.
Yes, we like shiny things.
Okay, there, I fixed that now. All right, and the last one, which is definitely, again, this is a newer casting. Again, this is the Formula Drift R32 Pandem here. This is by far the one I want the most. I still have to find a chase for it.
Good luck.
Yes, I know. I had a chance to get one in Oklahoma, and I decided I didn't want to do it, and I was wrong. All right, there we go.
Good looking car.
I like it. Even with the amount of deco on it, it flows, and that's good. Oh, and it rolls. So
Nice.
there we go. All right, on to you, good sir. And
All right.
let's see this struggle bus.
Well, we'll get to the struggle bus in a second. So I got to open my other recent peg find because I didn't show this one yet because I wanted to open it. And PJ will love this one. It's the 1978 Ford Bronco in this burnt orange color that has no team affiliations whatsoever. And these packages suck too. Sorry, I'm just on a rant tonight. I'm going to struggle bus with cardboard. I can't wait till I get to that other thing. That's going to be a nightmare. But hey, it's made out of recycled stuff, so we're saving the planet one hot wheel at a time. And then you just pop it out. Yeah. And since it is a moving parts, you get the opening hood Ford Bronco. Nice little highly detailed engine. I'm kind of excited with that. I'll get that in there. Nice little engine. Oh, this one looks good. I like it. It'll look really nice next to the blue one. I do like the older SUV-ish, the old school K5s and the Broncos. Those are cool. Okay, so now I'll board the struggle bus because we are going to open the VHS cassette because A, it looks horrible, and B, I want to get rid of this goofy plastic. So we're going to all right, let's see, 5207. Let's see how long it takes me to open this thing.
I don't think as long as you think.
Oh, this is just the plastic. There's a clamshell around this thing, but I'm assuming that the clamshell is going to practically explode when I start tugging on it. It's probably going to just completely come apart. All right, the plastic that I just took off was clear. I just broke.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Oh, okay. Well, that just.
Is that 80s or 90s plastic?
This is 1993 is when this was released.
Nice.
So there is the GT Racer.
That's a pretty color.
This is the only time that they released this metallic silver in the black walls. This is the only place you could get it was on this VHS. That's sharp looking. I really like that. Now let's check. Does it roll?
I bet it rolls straighter than some of those real riders.
Rolls like an OG black wall. All right. So I thought that this was going to be a lot harder than it was, but it's really, really not because it just comes apart.
That looks so much better.
Look at that. I don't know if you can see how tarnished this thing is. Let me get a carb. Look at that. This thing is horrible.
It's a filter.
Pretty much. And then you get, and all of its, there's a little piece of plastic or a piece of clamshell. Now it's stuck to me. Still, now it won't let go of me. There we go. So there we go. 1993 VHS. Oh yeah. First time I've been excited about a VHS tape since the 90s. Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, what do we got here? Like 45 minutes. And I actually have a VHS player. I might have to find a TV to plug it into to check this out one of these days. But there we go. And there's
nice.
There's 12. Well, this was a bad idea. Can't just have
rabbit
one.
Hole.
Can't just have one. So now I guess I got to go down the rabbit hole of VHS Hot Wheels. That's kind of fun though. It's kind of neat. So
I think it's only 12.
Yeah. Right. But there's going to be one that's like they only came out in Germany or Canada or some random place, and I'll never be able to find it. So, yeah. So there we go. And that's some sweet card art too. You got to admit that's some cool card art.
Yeah.
And there's the back. And Scott tells you about the episodes. I'm not going to read it because I read it last night and it's hilarious. So, but yeah, there we go. So I opened a VHS Hot Wheel.
Maybe post a picture of it.
Yeah, I can do that. So yeah, that's well, that only took me 3 minutes. I guess that wasn't that bad of a struggle bus.
All right. Well,
super
I
clean.
guess that's pretty much all we've got for tonight. We do have some guests coming up. You know, as we are just about 30 days from 33. Yeah, Dave Rice posted the track picture today. So I got super excited about that.
And Mr. James Hall goes, "Oh, should I bring mine too?" And yes. So we actually might have 4 lanes of racing this year. So if you're going to nationals, I suggest you get a hold of us and figure out where we're going to be at for the midnight races, because I think this might be the most craziest epic one yet. So, well,
and it's not
in
just
a long
us.
time. No, it's not us.
Just us.
We are just participation people in this event. This is not our event, but we help with setting up and taking down and having fun and racing cars. Do not bring FTEs. They will kick you out. Don't ask me how I know that. But other than that, yeah, it's a great time. Can't wait. We got 33 days till we are on the way to St. Louis, and we get to spend a week talking to all of our friends and looking at Hot Wheels and Johnny Lightnings and Matchbox and Majorettes and freaking green lights, M2s, you name it, it'll be there. T-shirts. Who knows? I might find some more videos down there, you know. But yeah, you never know what you're going to find. Hopefully that you get a chance to come down and check all that stuff out. But other than that, I got nothing. You got anything?
Just nothing but thank you again for all the support and help that everybody's done along the way. And just a quick brief shout out. We are sold out. So if you want tables, you will go to a waiting list for that. Unless somebody calls in sick, we're sold out, folks.
Elmwood is sold out.
Just come say hi, come hang out for a little bit. We've got plenty of club cars from this year and last year, and we'll have new shirts. We have new new shirts, maybe some new stickers. Maybe, I don't know.
You never know. You just have to come check it out and find out. So,
yep.
But as always, happy hunting. And as Ken said earlier, you know, if you see somebody that you don't recognize in the pegs, talk to them. You never know. You might find your new trading buddy or your new hunting buddy, or, you know, you might find out that they had something that you were looking for. Talk to people. It gets a lot more done.
And the last thing I wanted to say was, if I can remember, is, oh no, I forgot. That's not good. Dang it. Just have fun, be nice to each other, say hi. And if you want to be on the show, that's what it was. If you want to be on the show, we're always looking for people. You never know what sort of questions we may ask you. And we want to learn about you as much as you learn about us. So we'll see you all again out on the pegs or out at the shows. Topeka, Hastings, Mason City. Go see one of those 3 shows. The weather's going to be decent enough. So go out there and have some fun. All right. Nothing but peace, love, and applesauce.
Later.
Bye.